Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and former United States Marine Paul Whelan were released from Russian custody in a major prisoner swap. Bloomberg confirmed Gershkovich and Whelan's release on August 1st, though the details of the agreement, including who else is being released, remain largely unknown and could include countries outside the US and Russia. The State Department had previously classified Whelan and Gershkovich as wrongfully detained, which is a legal definition given to Americans who the government believes were detained by a state or non-state actor with the intent to use as a leverage in the negotiations. There are several Americans in Russian prisons without that designation who may or may not be included in the deal. Whelan was arrested in 2018 on espionage charges that he and the US government vehemently denied. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison in 2020 and served about a fourth of his sentence. Gershkovich was arrested in the spring of 2023 on similar charges, which he, his employer, and the US disputed, and he too was sentenced to 16 years in prison. Following Gershkovich's sentencing, President Joe Biden reiterated that the administration is pushing hard for his release and said he had no higher priority than seeking the release and safe return of Evan, Paul Whelan, and all Americans wrongfully detained and held hostage abroad. The release had been rumored on July 31st in a report from the Moscow Times, which said that up to 20 to 30 people may be released. It was not made immediately clear which Russians were released in exchange, but the Russian outlet RIA reported the names Alexander Vinnik, Maxim Marchenko, Vadim Konochenok, and Vladislav Klushin had disappeared from the US Federal Bureau of Prisoners database.